Welcome to City Roundup, brought to you by the City of Pensacola, with your host, Saida Rosa. City Roundup is your one-stop shop for everything having to do with the City of Pensacola. And now, Saida.
Good morning, and thanks for joining us for another episode of City Roundup. I'm your host, Saida Rosa with the City of Pensacola. We usually start our show off with a message from Mayor Grover Robinson. He spoke with reporters at his press conference earlier this week about the upcoming budget workshops.
Last week, we sent out our proposed budget for 2020, which is approximately $245 million. Some of the highlights include no millage rate increase and a fund balance reserve of above 20% set by the minimum by the council, representing 23.43%. There's also a pay plan to address pay inequities. Clearly, that was one of the things that came through very loud and clear is that we hadn't been investing in our people, so we are looking to make a fairly sizable investment in our people.
This week in our City News Show, hosts Tonya, Vaden, and John Scanlon tell us more about the budget and give us a breakdown of cost. They also introduce us to the city's newest hire and give us a rundown of the upcoming summer shows. Those topics and more coming up now.
Hello, and thanks for joining us for another episode of our City News Show. I'm Tonya Vaden.
And I'm John Scanlon. We're in the Hagler-Mason conference room inside City Hall because this is where we'll be holding two upcoming meetings for the council to go over the proposed budget. The documents for the 2020 budget are now available on our website, cityofpensacola.com. Some of the highlights of the approximately $245 million budget include no millage rate increase, a general fund reserve balance above the 20% minimum set by council, and a pay plan to address inequities. The budget also has an estimated $104 million in local option sales tax revenue, covering vehicles for both the Pensacola Fire and Pensacola Police Department, upgrade and refurbishments to some city parks and community centers, and citywide ADA improvements, energy conservation, and efficiency improvements.
The first budget workshop is scheduled for Wednesday, July 24th at 1 p.m. The second workshop is Thursday, July 25th at 9 a.m. Again, you can go to our website right now to review the budget. Just visit cityofpensacola.com.
We have a new addition to our team, and he's charged with overseeing neighborhoods.
That's right, Lawrence Powell has joined the City of Pensacola as the Neighborhoods Administrator. He will be responsible for a variety of duties related to the Office of Neighborhoods. Powell will serve as a liaison between the City of Pensacola, nonprofit agencies, neighborhood groups, and other community stakeholders. He'll also provide recommendations for long-range community development programs. Powell is a Pensacola native. He graduated from Troy University with a master's degree in educational leadership. He has a bachelor's degree in social work from UWF and an associate's degree in liberal arts from Pensacola Junior College.
Great news for the Pensacola International Airport. It just received nearly $3.8 million in federal money for improvements. The grant comes from the Federal Aviation Administration. The grant will be used to improve airport drainage, construct a building, and acquire an aircraft rescue and firefighting vehicle. U.S. Transportation Secretary Elaine L. Chao announced on July 9th that Pensacola was one of 10 Florida airports to receive funding.
Congratulations are in order to the Bill Bond League 12 and under and 11 and under teams. They both won the state championships over the 4th of July weekend. Both teams beat out their opponents in the Cal Ripken Babe Ruth State tournaments and will now advance to the Southeast Regional in Wilmington, North Carolina. As Florida state champs, the 11 and under team has already secured a spot in the Cal Ripken Babe Ruth World Series as a tournament host. The tournament will be held in Jensen Beach starting August 3rd. So congratulations to them and good luck on your next game. Before we go, we have some upcoming shows you'll want to know about. On Friday, July 19th at Hill Kelly Movies in the Park, we'll be showing Avengers Infinity War at Hunter Amphitheater in Community Maritime Park. The first 100 kids get to make free superhero masks with My Pensacola Credit Union. Movie begins at sunset, then on Sunday, July 21st, sit back and enjoy a bit of classic rock with Crosstown at the Blues Angel Music Blues on the Bay concert series. The show starts at 6 p.m.
That's all we have for you on this episode of Our City News Show. We thank you for watching, and we will see you next week.
Bayview Senior Center is still being renovated, but that doesn't mean the fun has stopped. On this week's episode of City Spotlight, we take you to the Corinne-Jones Resource Center, where the second annual Rock and Roll Tie-Dye Party has been relocated. The party is one of Parks and Recreation's many programs at Bayview Senior Center. The party was hosted by Bayview Senior Center's Recreation Supervisor, Jeremy Street.
Today we are doing our second annual rock and roll tie-dye party. We're going to eat cosmic brownies, we're going to listen to Woodstock era rock and roll, and we're going to tie-dye shirts. Hi, I am Jeremy Street, the Recreation Supervisor for Bayview Senior Center. Welcome to the second annual rock and roll tie-dye party. I've been here for almost 4 years, so I'm kind of responsible for the day-to-day operations, but we employ a all hands on deck. So everybody is in there rolling up their sleeves literally today, and we all just work to bring programming, and we're just trying to improve the quality of life for anybody ages 50 and plus. Who here actually remembers the 60s? You don't have to answer that. Anything that we can bring in some excuse to party, eat a little food, and make a little mess, those are the kind of things that we love. The beauty of tie-dye is you can't really mess it up. Come on, get around, don't be shy, don't be shy. You know, in Parks and Rec, you have what you call community centers, and when you look and you see that you're actually building community, and the crowd goes mild. You know, when people are just craving that intimacy and that friendship and that relationship, and you're able to provide that for them, and it gives life.
You're not that bad, really. You're
not that bad. I love it. I love it. And the team that we work with here and the people that we serve, I really think we've got something special going on here, because it is kind of like a home family atmosphere. So we've got all of our regulars, they come every day, they expect to see each other, they expect to have fun, interesting things going on, and so we deliver on that, and we're doing something special, I think.
For more episodes of our City Spotlight and News Show, visit our YouTube channel, search City of Pensacola. We'll be right back after this.
Natural gas dryers may cost a little more than electric ones, but they dry clothes quicker, making them cost half as much to run. So now who's getting taken to the cleaners? Learn more at PensacolaEnergy.com.
Natural gas homes are in demand. Here's what home builders have to say.
The natural gas cooking, as well as the fireplace and the atmosphere that you have on a really nice, well-designed lanai, you can entertain real well. It's very comfortable. People are real homey there, and we find the lanai to be a real design feature, along with having the natural gas to implement that.
Natural gas from Pensacola Energy, the clean, reliable, earth-friendly choice.
We now turn to our green tip of the week. Avoid using paper. Paper is a waste commonly found in landfills. Instead, use sponges, washcloth, and towels to clean. When they get dirty, boil them to disinfect. The city is looking for great people to be a part of our team. Go to PensacolaCityJobs.com to find out what positions we're looking to fill. You can also sign up for notifications to hear about jobs as soon as they're posted. Some food for thought for your Friday. In this episode of Coastal Cooking Presents Quick Bites, host John Scanlon from Pensacola Energy and special guests Mayor Grover Robinson and Pensacola Energy's Director Don Suarez show us how to use natural gas to make Fish Delish.
On this episode of Coastal Cooking Presents Quick Bites, we're making Fish Delish with two very special guests. Stick around and find out how it's done.
Welcome to Coastal Cooking Quick Bites, brought to you by Pensacola Energy.
Hi, welcome to Coastal Cooking Presents Quick Bites. I'm your host, John Scanlon, and I'm joined in the kitchen by two very special guests. We have the Director of Pensacola Energy, Don Suarez, and the Mayor of Pensacola, Grover Robinson.
John, glad to be here with you today.
Absolutely, it's such a pleasure to have you on the show, both of y'all. I've been so excited to have it, to make this dish. And this is from the Angus restaurant. It used to be on Scenic Highway. This is Fish Delish, and it's from our cookbook, the Fiesta Seafood Cookbook, with 25 years of history in it, from a lot of older restaurants that aren't with us anymore, and a lot of ones that are still around. And it's basically just a showcase of all the restaurants that have been at the Fiesta Seafood Grill. All the recipes are in there, and all the proceeds go to the Escambia Utility Assistance Program. So, Mr. Suarez, how do you make this dish?
Well, one fillet at a time. First, we'll put a little salt and pepper on there, and while we're doing that, Mayor,
if you can put about half that butter in the pan.
All right.
And I believe it's heating up some, yep, so we should be good there. So this is, we start with salt and pepper to taste on the fillets, like so.
It's going to come off.
And I like a lot of pepper, so hopefully you do too, Mayor.
Yeah, that'd be good. I do like a lot of butter, so that's good.
Yeah, well, we'll hit the butter hard here in a minute.
And we got grouper fillets for this, but you can also use triggerfish or snapper. Or you've cooked this before, Mr. Suarez?
I did. I cooked it this weekend with a black drum that I caught, and it was delicious. All right, we got our salt and pepper there nicely, and then we'll put some flour on here. Flour it up real good as that butter's melting. See if you can roll that pan around a little bit for us there, Mayor, and then we'll drop the filet in there.
Got the butter all over. We're looking good.
All right, let's see if we can get her cooking then. And then you want to brown the filet nicely. Make it as the filet cooks from the bottom, the meat itself starts to turn opaque, and you realize it's starting to turn nice and brown. And then we'll flip it over and cook it a little more. And at that time, we'll take the filet out and we'll prepare the crab meat, because this dish has crab meat on top of the cooked filet, and it's absolutely delicious.
Like I said, this is from the Angus, and unfortunately they're no longer in business. And they were located on Scenic Highway, and that used to be just a great little corridor of just fantastic restaurants. And it kind of went away for a while. We still have Jerry's Cajun Drive-In, the Scenic Diner. We have all these great restaurants, but now we have more coming. I mean, the old Hunan's is now a restaurant, and again, it's been such a great place where you can go get just delicious food any night of the week.
Well, East Pensacola Heights is a great neighborhood, and so there's a lot of good things happening there. Like you said, Calvert's come back from Hunan's. There are a few other things that are there, so we got a few. Tell me when we're ready to go.
I think we cook it a little longer yet.
Okay,
I think
all right.
Get it nice and brown on one side. Everybody likes to know their fish is done, I think.
That's what they always ask me about the sushi. I was like, I like to make sure my fish is finished off. It's dead, so we're going to make sure it's cooked fully here. But no, East Pensacola Heights is a great area. Angus certainly was a great restaurant that anchored that down for a long time, but now the CVS, but still a lot of things over there in East Pensacola Heights. It's amazing to see all the housing that's going up over there. So hopefully we're selling a lot of gas.
We're doing well
in those new houses, so that's good. And we certainly hope you've got your gas. It's always better to cook with that, so it's always good.
Absolutely. I have some great memories from that Angus restaurant, and I'm sure you do, since you grew up over that area.
Absolutely.
I know you do.
Absolutely. We always loved the Marina Oyster Barn that's right there, and as you said, Jerry's Drive-In, a lot of good East Pensacola Heights places to eat.
And Pensacola's had a lot of great Greek-influenced restaurants, and that was certainly one of them that we'll all miss for a long time. But you can enjoy it by taking advantage of this recipe.
Yeah, get the cookbook. It's got like they said, like when you were saying all those the artists when they die that becomes more valuable now that the restaurants are gone. Right. This book's the only way you can get the Fish Delish, so you need to be sure that you get the cookbook.
And you can get the cookbook at PensacolaEnergy.com, or you can give us a call at 850-474-5300 or 436-5050. And the book is $15, and all the proceeds do go to the Escambia Utility Assistance Program that helps the elderly and the disabled pay their utility bills.
I think we can turn it now there, Mayor.
All right.
If it's too big, I can help you with one here. There we go. Perfect. Beautiful.
There we go.
Oh, that's just right.
Yes, it is.
And now your wife, you're going to get my wife thinking I'm supposed to be cooking all the time.
Well, we all need a backup plan.
Telling you, if this comes out too good, I'm going to start having to cook a lot. So, I got to get it all chopped up beforehand. If you could chop it up for me, it'd be real easy. Then that'd be easy.
That's why I pick simple recipes.
I like it.
Not a lot of chopping to do.
I like it. Well, good. Well, that's good. Well, hopefully, if you're out there watching us, like I said, we hope you have natural gas from Pensacola Energy. So we certainly think that it's the best way to cook on. It helps you the best way, keep an even temperature and everything else. So
that's right.
we certainly like cooking with gas.
As we say in the gas industry, 9 out of 10 professional chefs cook with gas and prefer natural gas, and nobody can find the 10th. He's out of business apparently. So there's no doubt about it. It's the right way to go for professional cooking.
Well, good.
Okay, I think we're about there, Mayor. Why don't we put that right here?
All right. I'm getting hungry.
Yes, sir. Now,
All right, we have the grouper already fixed up and prepared. Now we just have to make the crab meat topping. What's the process with this?
well, it's pretty simple, Mayor. If you'll put the rest of the butter in there for us.
All right, that's good.
And then we'll add a little bit of garlic. I always like to add the garlic in the hot butter to cook just a little bit, just a minute or two before we add the crab meat. We'll add, after the butter and the garlic, we'll add crab meat, dill, lemon juice, and mix that up good, and then we'll use that as a topping on top of the grilled, or rather the pan-fried, is it grouper or triggerfish?
This is grouper.
Grouper,
Yes.
okay. Well, it looks mighty good, that's for sure.
And it's from the looks of it, it's a pretty easy recipe, and a lot of the recipes in the cookbook are really simple. I'm not a chef by any means, and I've cooked multiple dishes, and like Mayor Robson was saying, my wife expects it a little more now, and I take a little bit of pride in it as well, because it does come out really easy, and it's a lot of simple dishes in there.
All right, that's looking good.
Garlics, yeah.
Yeah, man. Crab meat.
All right.
We'll stir that around a little bit, and I'll add some lemon juice.
All right.
And this is dill. You know, you can buy dill weed. I bought some at Winn-Dixie. I don't know what you use it for other than making pickles, but this certainly is one interesting use of it. It sounds kind of odd on type of fish, but as long as you don't use too much, it's delicious.
It smells
if you
good.
use too much, it's pickled fish.
Well, we're going to spread it around here.
Yeah, just stir it up real good there and get the crab meat good and coated with the butter mixture.
Tell you what, it's smelling good with garlic and dill and all the things we put in there, the crab.
Yeah. And you don't cook crab meat too long, so that will probably do it there, Mayor.
All right, pour it on top.
Let's spoon a little bit on top there. I'm afraid if we pour it, we may get too much there.
I mean, that's good right there. I was just going to put it all over it. I was going to smatter, cover, smother, all of it, but that looks good.
And I tell you, this is a rich dish, so you don't need a lot to go with it, but it is delicious. There we go. And that is Fish Delish.
Excellent. And again, you can get that out of the Fiesta Seafood Cookbook. Give us a call at Pensacola Energy at 436-5050. Order one today. Again, I want to thank Mr. Suarez for being on the show and Mayor Robinson. It is such a pleasure.
Pleasure to be here. So, Don, thank you for having me out here.
Appreciate
today.
you helping us cook today.
Absolutely. That's good. That's good. And always remember, get your gas, Pensacola Energy. So we want to show you good ways to cook.
Absolutely.
This has been Coastal Cooking Quick Bites, brought to you by Pensacola Energy.
That's all we have for this episode of City Roundup. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you same place, same time next week.
This has been City Roundup with Saida Rosa. City Roundup is the City of Pensacola's one-stop shop for everything having to do with Pensacola. Join us again each Friday at 8 a.m. for more of City Roundup.